So the moral of this story is that it's the smallest things, the li'i, that will change your life. The coronavirus is microscopic. It ground the whole world to a halt. If the Titanic had started its voyage 1 degree off course, it would have missed the iceberg. If you had started 1 degree off course 20 years ago, think about this. What will make or break your life is never going to be the big things. It's not that your mother died that you carry so much regret. It's that you never said you loved her right before she was admitted to the ICU. And it's not that you made it on the Fortune 100 list. Isn't it that your son never invited you to his wedding? And it's not that you devoted 30 years of your life to support and love a man. It's that he left you for a woman he met 2 months ago. It's the smallest things that kill us. It's the smallest things that save us. It's the smallest things that will change our life forever. And in my opinion, what matters to God is exactly what matters to us. It's the small things. Like, it doesn't matter that you built an empire. It matters that on Saturday afternoons, you and God go get cinnamon twist bread together, and then the both of you go bike riding. You think God values building that empire more, or he likes going bike riding with you more? And what matters to God isn't that you raise 2 grown children on your own. It's that once a month you go get your hair permed, and then afterwards you and God go to the pastry shop. It's those long talks in traffic. And what matters to God isn't the years you spent on the street shooting up. It's that one time that the both of you, you and God, walked into an AA meeting, and for once you didn't walk out. You sat there until the very end, and you stayed for the coffee. And that cup of coffee is what matters to God. And what matters to God isn't your excuses of why you can't exercise. What matters is that you and him squeezed into those spandex leggings. You got on that treadmill, and when your ankles swelled up, Jesus had to carry you down the hallway to the locker room. And God got to see his 2 kids relying on each other. And what God cherishes the most is not the moment you won or lost a war. It's the moment you were his friend. The world is going to shout battle cries at you and shake you up so that you can be big. And none of that is going to matter in the end. What matters is the moment that God puts a pebble in your palm and looks at you. And you ask God, that's your big solution? And God's like, that's my big solution. I remember one time I asked God, what's the most meaningful thing to you? And he said, when someone looks at me and says, hey, you want to go get milkshakes? Because that means that they want to spend time with me. And the feeling inside me was this ocean of tenderness. I couldn't believe how soft. He's such a softie. God was such a softie. And when he said that, he was admitting how vulnerable he is to you. You little infinitesimal 1 of 8 billion people, you have the power to hurt God, and you have the power to love him. And I really got the impression that spending time with you is God's favorite way to spend time. that he loves going to Zumba with you, and he loves getting his nails done with you. He loves changing the oil in your car with you. He loves walking the dogs with you. And his favorite thing to do in the world is to do anything with you.